Go ahead, Rampage. Your first intro.
Bear, do the intro, bro.
This is the Jaxxon podcast with Bear, Rampage, and Bryan the Butcher Battle.
Yeah! Incredible! Damn! That's all you had to do, Rampage.
No, because whenever I do the intro, he start cutting me off.
I would never.
Bro, he sets me up, bro, all the time, bro.
I sexed you? What'd you just say? What did you just say? Don't lie to my guest. I've never sexted you. What is the guy talking about? You see how he be putting out the accusations?
I'm just saying, I mean, accusations were put out, but there was a lot of defense over here. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to believe in here right now. You know what I'm saying? We've been in here for 5 minutes. I don't know what the hell
the Butcher's
believe, you know
here.
what I'm saying?
He walked into chaos. We got Luke Rockhold sparring, the Silvas, we got Yogi, we got Coach Perillo. Rampage was doing something with his chick. Is that your girl or no?
So how you doing, man?
I'll say I'm a chaotic person. So walking into all this is just like, I'm like, fuck yeah.
You weren't even tripping.
No,
that's how I know you
man.
a real one.
No, man. No. I'm like, damn, this looks fun as hell. Like, you know, I probably couldn't spend more than a week out here because I probably have too much fun. You know
Oh yeah. It's a lot of fun to be having.
Yeah,
Where you from originally, though?
Well, originally I'm from Maryland, and I was there till I was like 11. We moved around a couple times, and then it, you know, funny story is like I had. Or like as a family, we had 5 cousins who were in the foster system. My mom didn't want them getting separated. So that's how we ended up in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Because in Maryland, they were like, yeah, that's 10 kids in one household. Because it was me and I had 4 sisters I grew up with. 5 sisters total. But, you know, North Carolina was a little bit more lax. So we moved out to North Carolina. And, you know, our cousins lived with us for a year. And then one of them accidentally burnt our house down. So,
Dang.
you know, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How? Cooking?
No, you know, it was like me and my 2 boy cousins, you know what I'm saying? Our room smelled like a boy's room, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, my mom, she like cleaned it out one time and she put a candle in there.
Oh, yeah.
But Christmas had just passed. So I was playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi all night. Like I wasn't supervising anybody.
He didn't even stutter.
No, what did you just say? You're playing what?
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
He spoke in some Japanese.
Listen, man.
Oh, that's Japanese?
That's Japanese. He speaking Japanese.
What do you do? What do you do? You taking off the clothes?
I just got to.
Hey, don't get very excited, bro.
What? Yeah, Dave, Ram.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he got the Dragon Ball.
Oh, that's the World of Warcraft logo.
That's crazy.
Hey,
that's the first time I've been offended since I got here.
Isn't that World of Warcraft?
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, are you a fan of Dragon Balls?
I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
You like Dragon Balls?
Yeah, I love
Good,
it.
because later I'm going to drag these balls all over your face.
I saw that one coming, brother. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he's not getting out the way. The train is coming. He didn't move. The train was coming. You know what I'm saying? I thought you saw it.
World of Warcraft, Yu-Gi-Oh, Goku, all the same thing.
Bro, he trying to offend. Listen, do not offend our guests, man.
Dog, I've been on the 1s and 2s with Bryan to get him out here for the last 6 months.
But why you gonna call his shit fucking? What do you call it? What do you call this shit?
Charizard. You got a Charizard on it.
Pokemon.
That's
Dragon
crazy.
Balls.
That's crazy.
Talk.
Is Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh not the same thing?
Fuck off. Let's go back to his story. You grew up like the Grady Bunch, and one of y'all motherfuckers burnt down the house.
Yeah, there was a candle. They were playing with the candle. You know what I'm saying? Just like lighting pieces of paper on fire just because, you know, they're fucking little kids. You know what I'm saying? Really, I should have been in there, like, you know, keeping it. But I'm like, it's a candle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so someone smelled the smoke, and they threw the pieces of paper that were on fire in the closet. You know what I'm saying?
How old are these motherfuckers?
At the time, probably 6 and 7.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not where you throw fire.
Yeah,
No, you don't. Well, first of all, you don't throw
anything.
fire anywhere in the house. You know what I'm saying? That's generally, but it was like the closet and the bunk beds are the 2 places to like throw, because then it you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what happened. You know what I'm saying? We're chilling, then like all this black smoke started like coming out. You know what I mean? And
That's
it's
racist.
Like,
What? Who's racist?
That's racist.
Who's racist?
Black smoke is the dangerous smoke. You know what I'm saying? White smoke is usually harmless.
Oh, damn. That's racist.
He went through a traumatic experience. He don't need your jokes right now. Don't disrespect our guest.
No, there was no joke, but the smoke is racist. Fuck that. You
want smoke?
You don't want to smoke.
You want smoke?
Hey, let me ask you this question. Real talk.
Yeah.
Your mama kicked them out the fucking house after that, though, didn't
She didn't really kick him out. It was like we didn't have anywhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Like we were like temporarily homeless for a second, and they also never came back to live with us. So you know, But we did the best we could. You know what I'm saying? It was really
You
genuine,
good.
valiant effort. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, my parents are saints. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how
That's good.
they do half the stuff they do. You know,
Rampage, you don't got to go so deep on something like that, okay? In the future, let him just get his story out without turning the knife that much, right?
I'm just trying to get to know our guest, man. Because
But
I'm a big fan of him ever since his last fight, and he flipped off everybody that booed him. Because that's what happened to me my second time fighting the UFC.
Where'd you fight?
I fought Chuck Liddell for the belt, and I got booed for the first time. You know what I'm saying? The fans don't know what they do to you because we trying to excite them. You know what I'm saying? You just did your job. You knocking motherfuckers out and getting booed. And I saw what you did. I'm like, I'm a fan of this guy.
Since you brought it up, let's go right into Paris. I want to hear about this.
Well, I mean, I knew because I've only fought outside the Apex 2 times. One time was in Charlotte, my hometown, and then the other time was in Paris, the other guy's home country. You know what I mean?
So niggas in Paris, ain't it?
That's a song, Rampage.
Hey, there was when we showed up. You know what I'm
Rampage,
saying?
that's a song. That's Jay-Z and Kanye. That's a song.
We ain't even supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? What's 50K to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? You know what I'm saying? That's it.
That's the lyrics of the song.
That song was written for that event. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know when they did it at the time, but that song was written just so I could walk out to it in Paris when I'm going to whoop another French dude in front of a French crowd and incite the whole crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
Paris was. So I just knew just from fighting in Charlotte, like people were booing. They booed Gabe Green out the arena for no reason. You know what I'm saying? We're the second fight on the card. He's the nicest person. He walked out to a gospel song. You know what I'm saying? Even as soon as he walked out to a gospel song, I was like, this motherfucker, my mom's going to be low-key rooting for him now. You know what I'm saying? My mom, you know what I'm saying? My mom is a very, very good Christian lady, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, this motherfucker, he's trying to take my people, you know what I'm saying? But they were booing the shit out of him for no reason. And so I knew that the French fans weren't going to be very welcoming, but I did not, it's I know it's different for everybody, but was there a certain point where you stopped getting nervous before you walked out for fights?
It's only been 2 times that I wasn't nervous in my fights, and I got the shit beat out of me both times.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
The first time.
Did you think you were too relaxed?
Well, it was just weird. The first time it happened, I had fought in a tournament. So I fought Chuck Liddell, and then 45 minutes later, I fought Vanderlei Silva.
The Pride, yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't, for my second fight, I wasn't nervous.
Yeah.
And then the second time I fought Vanderlei, it was weird. I went through a spiritual awakening. I became like born again Christian and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I wasn't nervous.
Yeah.
And I got knocked out.
Yeah.
So were you saying you were nervous or you wasn't nervous?
This was for the ceremonial weigh-ins, like hearing how the crowd was reacting to the non-French fighters versus the French fighters. That was the first time where I was like, oh shit. Like just for the ceremonial weigh-ins, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? These people gonna like boo. And so it was like, I was like, all right, just chill, fucking just like ride the fucking wave. And so
it's natural though, bro.
Yeah, no, I've watched enough WWE growing up that I know how to, turn on the heel shit as soon as they start booing, like I'm gonna fucking give them something to boo, you know what I mean?
Who's this guy?
That's your coach?
That is my teammate Shamik Harvey. He is I'm drawing. He's either 9-2 or 10-2 as a professional. He's right on the cusp of getting his shot in the UFC. So he's just been my dog for a long time. He's been to every UFC fight that I've been in. Even before he was in the corner, he was just. We had to put him down as the nutritionist so he could come and be on be there with us. But no,
I'm gonna turn on some volume right here so we can hear you talk to the French crowd. I know you didn't think that the Butcher was going to lose to a French guy in a fist fight. Wow. The Butcher just gave it to the crowd, huh? And then you just go like
But
this.
they were asking for it, you know what I'm saying? So it's but with that being said, it's like everyone thinks all the French people hate me. I think they low-key loved it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they loved it.
They were able to get engaged in it. You know what I'm saying?
How was they after the fight? Was they asking you for pictures and all?
Yeah, no, as soon as they're throwing, walking from the cage to the tunnel, they're throwing shit at us. They're like giving us the finger. They're doing this whole number,
Did you do this back to them?
Minus one finger.
Like this? No, and
minus one finger.
The reason why I said that because England do this. That's why this is fuck you. Because in England, they used to go to war with the French and they used to have bow and arrows. So they do this like showing them like, oh, I can still shoot bow and arrow. So that's like fuck you in English. That's why the French.
I see. That's why I gotta talk to you.
Yeah, now you know. Next time a French person do like this.
So every time you show up, I'm gonna go like this to you. What's up?
I ain't French though, motherfucker.
Yeah, you are.
I ain't French.
Your girl's French, and what is your girl? Your girl's French, right? The girl that you were with last night, because you had 2 girls. So one was French.
I don't know what the fuck you. Why are you making up?
Or you
shit?
had 3 girls. Well, I saw you at the Olive Garden. You were doing the unlimited bread baskets, right?
hey,
he told me, he's like, yo, a trick is when you're taking out multiple girls at one time, you go to the Olive Garden. They give you unlimited bread baskets. They get full before dinner comes in. You don't have a big bill.
That is economical.
Yeah, it's economical. It's economical.
That's actually
you're an economical guy. I wouldn't expect anything.
I'm gonna tell you something about Bear. This is what Bear does. Like,
you better go like this before you say it.
I had a girlfriend. Hey, bro, I had a girlfriend before I started this podcast.
Oh, stop! Stop!
Cry
me a river, Justin
He
Timberlake.
single-handedly cock blocked me out of every fucking relationship I've had. So now I'm going after his girlfriend.
Who is cocking your block? Who? Tell me, how'd I do that?
Well, you just said, what are you doing?
I don't talk
2
like
girls
that. I don't
who's
go like
your
this.
girlfriend over here?
I don't talk like that. Don't do that.
Hey.
That's like me saying, "Oh, Rampage is here." Oh, I don't do that to you. Don't make a joke like. Let the guest talk. I want to know why your coach is slapping you before the fight. Look at this video. It says, Bryan battle going into battle is the highlight, or is the name of this video, and then your coach comes out of nowhere and he's slapping you like crazy. Like, is this part of like a ritual, a warm up? What is this?
Yeah, no, this is something I've done before every fight. And it's anytime we go to an arena, it gets more tense. That's not even that bad. Like, if I wasn't just trying to like just keep the flow of things going, I would have told him to smack me a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying?
Is he black?
My teammate?
Yeah. He look like a black caveman.
All the way. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker.
He look wild in the motherfucker.
No, you should watch one of his fights. He is wild as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He is Shamika's a crazy, like, now on one hand, he's like the best of us. You know what I'm saying? Like morally speaking, like I'll go to him, I'll be like, Shamik, should I do this? And he'll be like, no, you shouldn't do it. He'll give me an honest answer. Like, he's the best of us, but then, when it's time to like work out or fight, he really is like, he's a I like to think we're all a little wild out there.
Yeah, bring him back next time you come. I want to meet him.
You want to meet the guy who slaps?
Yeah.
Of course you want to meet a guy who slaps you.
Well, what's funny about how he started smacking me up was my coach. Before I fought in Charlotte, a week before that, he accidentally got ran over by a U-Haul.
Oh, damn. Was he moving?
Is he okay?
He was okay. We were concerned for a second. Somehow he managed to make the walk. He had a broken femur and a broken scapula. No, he was fucked up.
Did you just ask my man, was he moving?
Obviously not. He wasn't moving if he got ran over.
Nah, he wasn't moving. He wasn't moving. No, he moved, like, it wasn't until the fight and he had the adrenaline going from the crowd that he started moving. But he would be the one who would slap me up. And so he's like, guys, I can't slap him up. Like, who's gonna do it? And so I'm looking, and so it's like, now motherfuckers feel pressure. They're like, fuck, dude, like, that's the camera's gonna be, so Shamik stepped up. He was like, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll do. And I had a very specific, I was like, all right, brother, you go bop, 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 bop.
Can you teach Rampage how to do that? I want you to try. Can you try it on me real quick? Please.
He might have a kink. I don't know about Bear, bro.
Can you just please slap me like that one time? I just want to see if you could warm me up before a fight, because I might need you if I go fight.
You ain't gonna fight.
I'm going to Tijuana. You know that.
This guy's a billionaire. Why in the fuck he want to fight?
Can you just try? Hey, can you show him what to do?
It's like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
Rampage, if we have to warm up before
Mark
a fight,
Zuckerberg.
just show Rampage what he should do.
Yeah, show me. Show me.
Warm me up before a fight.
All right, so we're right here.
Battle.
Boom, we walk out. You take your shit off. You know what I'm saying? You fucking. Boom.
Go ahead. So you finna slap. Go ahead, man. It's like, his shirt, just not your pants, the top.
Yeah.
Take your shirt off so he can slap you up.
Everything?
No, just your top, just your shirt.
And my pants?
No, not your fucking pants, just your top.
But should I take these off?
No, bro, it's not that type of party. It's not that type of party.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's just
All right. We're gonna do this. We gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? So boom. What's nice about it is they like activate you before the fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'll come here, fucking. So you dab up the other coach, you know. So you dab up this guy, boom, this guy comes, you dab up this guy, boom, and then you summon me. You like come in, you like, come in, I fucking come in, I'm like, fucking.
The face. No. The face. You got the face. The face.
You ready? Is it gonna be 4 slaps?
Oh my God! I want to slap. I don't want more than slaps. I don't want no more slaps. God, that hurt.
Get me jacked up now. You know what I'm saying?
That hurt.
That's your fight. No, don't do that. Don't do that. We don't got no more chairs. Come on. You just built this studio. You trying to break it.
I'm ready to go to war.
You ready to go, bro?
Battle.
You didn't think
Battle.
that Bear was going to go to battle with a French guy and win in a fist fight?
Hey, you one of his favorite fighters now.
Bro, it's an honor and a pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we just built this studio because he broke the other one. And now he's trying to destroy this one.
How did he break the other studio?
I think I lost a tooth.
Nah, he crashes out, bro. He crashes out.
Well, you know, if you did lose a tooth, I just saved you a dentist appointment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
Or
owe
a
him
combination.
money.
You know what I'm saying?
You owe him money now.
You only have one dentist appointment instead of two. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you owe him money.
I think I have a dislocated jaw.
What it feel like?
God, I feel like I'm ready to go to war.
It work you up?
I'm worked. I'm aroused.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can let somebody slap me before my fights because I'm scared. Like in that mindset for me, because I'm not the same person I am right now.
Yeah.
I might slap that motherfucker back. I don't know.
Yo,
Well,
honestly,
like,
that makes me feel insane.
You saw how excited I got right there. And for me, like I used to be a really, really slow starter. So it's like it felt good to kind of get some contact out of the way. It's like, all right, smack the shit out of me so that when I get hit with this first punch, it's not as shocking as it is. You know what I'm saying? So
He boss rooting me right here. Boom, boom. Because when you dislocated my jaw, you snapped it back into place when you hit me on this side.
No, because you
I've
moved.
been watching Slap Fight. All
right, Rampage, slap me one time.
No, I don't want to do that shit.
The only reason why Rampage is in a good mood today, I'll be honest, is because last night he was what?
What? Say it. What? Well, I was doing. Don't lie. What I was doing.
The whole podcast.
I went to Queen Mary. I went to
the
the
whole
Queen Mary.
podcast has been a little worried because we haven't seen him with a girl in a long time. So we're thinking like maybe he's changing up teams, maybe he's on a drought. Like I don't know. Remember Lil Wayne, The Drought 3? It was a great mixtape. So
it was a great mixtape.
He wasn't listening to that. So you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, cool. Then he walked in this morning. He was listening to Jadakiss. I go, all right, that explains the tight pants. And now he's back. And now
tight pants.
He might just be hiding his women from you because he's afraid of, you know.
Well, he brought one. I guess it's Bring Your Girl to Work Day. What's your name in the back?
Hey, don't. Why you like?
No, we don't.
Ain't nobody back there.
Hey, we don't need to say her name. But I am proud of you knowing that you a G still.
Bro, why you trying to do that? Ain't nobody back there. Why you trying to?
He reminds me of Denzel in Training Day.
It's the last fight in Paris, like, you know how you can bring your own camera people sometimes? This was like the first event for me where they were really cracking down on where you could have your own camera people because dudes were getting upset because they were low-key getting exposed with their side piece.
Yeah.
Being in the training. Like, they would just be in the background with their side piece on someone else's video. So they're like, y'all can't. Or like, y'all are accidentally exposing motherfuckers.
And that's the dumbest time to hang out with your side piece.
100%.
Why would people do that?
Like in the training right before, you know what I'm saying? Like I get, you know, maybe you want to blow off some steam after the training, but like in the, you know what I'm saying? That's just a distraction, you know what I'm saying? Like,
have you ever brought like a significant other to your like locker room before your fight? I don't do that shit either.
You never brought a girl up?
No, never brought.
You never brought a girl?
No, because it's like my brain is like like especially if I care about you, you know what I'm saying? It's like right before the fight, like I can be nice 1 second, but it's like fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to speak to me nicely, especially like going up to the weight cut. So no, I don't like to be around my kids. I don't like to be around, you know, any lady, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who, you know, I like to be nice around, I try to get away from them when it's about time to fight.
Yeah, because I feel like women don't understand, you know, the mindset at that time. Because you bring your lady to the locker room, she want to kiss on you. You know how they want to hug you and do all this. I'm like, look, I'm about to go to war right now in my mind. I don't want to be all soft and bubbly and shit with you, like, you know. So I've never, my kids never come to my fights, and I never brought a girl like in my locker room. Like sometimes I see these boxers, I see some MMA guys too, but I see these boxers walking to, you know, the arena, like, you know, they do that. They're walking and they holding hands with their chick. And
no, I couldn't do it. It's like I'm ready to get smacked up by Shabik. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time to be holding hands. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it be? It be that woman like kind of like asking like, oh babe, can I? Yeah, I'm like, I'd be like, they don't want to hurt the feeling. I'm like, no, you can't go.
You cannot walk with me. You cannot. Like, I'll give you a ticket to watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I'll hang out with them like right after the weigh-ins. You know what I'm saying? But then like once it's time to like really lock in and start, you know, visualizing and going to that dark place, it's like, yo, you got to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when did you start training to be a fighter and stuff?
I started training in 2016.
At what age?
I was 21.
Oh, same as me. 21, yeah.
Hell yeah.
When I
Hell
started
yeah,
working,
hell yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah.
You won the Ultimate Fighter, and then you were with Team Volk.
Yes, sir.
Did you have a good relationship with Team Volk after the Ultimate Fighter?
Oh man, no. Volk, first of all, he's just the man. You know what I'm saying? Like going into that, I was kind of leaning towards wanting to be on Ortega's team just because I was more familiar with Ortega. You know what I mean? But it was funny. They kind of tried to punk us a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Ortega?
Like, yeah.
He's cool. Ortega's the man.
Him and his coaches tried to punk us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, you know, I don't know. I wasn't on their team, so I always have a little bit of, you know, inner resentment towards them. You know what I'm saying? But now when they were doing the team selections, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have a regular, you know, evaluation period. And so they were going around, they were asking people questions. At least that's what Volk and them were doing. They're asking questions about like past fights or whatever, or taking his people. They rolled up and they're like, whose team do you want to be on? You know what I mean? Like straight up, like it was like him and his two coaches were like sitting there looking at you. They're like, what team do you want to be on? I was like, and I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what do you mean? What team do I want to be on? You know what I'm saying? I just met y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about y'all. You know what I mean? So I'm looking over there at Volk's team, and it's like, even though I knew Ortega more than Volk, his coaching staff was like crazy. He had like Frank Hickman, you know what I'm saying? He had Craig Jones, you know what I'm saying? He had Big Wood, like bunch of people. Pause, you know what I'm saying? That's his name, you know what I'm saying? But
Look at Rampage got all excited. Look at Rampage. Hey, Rampage, you all excited?
Hey, Vinny, you see this? Bear,
Don't let him finish.
No. Fuck that. You cut him off and said that shit. Vinny, we can't let Bear use my jokes against me.
If you cut that joke out, you're fired. All right, continue.
Wow.
All right, continue. Team Volk.
Like
Craig Jones is
dynamic.
phenomenal at grappling.
Craig Jones is crazy. Like he's so good at grappling, it really puts into perspective like the levels there is to grappling. Because I was a pretty like, especially going into that. Now I'm like a striker, but before that, you know, like I got a late start. I got wins how I could. So if that meant like really fucking fighting and holding the motherfucker until I could get the takedown, like I was known as a grappler, like a grinder before tough. So I was figuring, like, I was like, okay, Craig Jones, he's one of the best grapplers in the world, but I can get through a round without getting tapped out. He'll beat me on points, but man, if you're actually engaging with that motherfucker and you're actually trying, like, good luck lasting a minute without getting tapped out.
Man,
Like,
that's
maybe
cool.
30 seconds.
You and Bear got something in common. You was a grinder coming in, and he was on grinder the other day. So, man, you guys got something in common.
Man, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming in here. I'm just like making connections all over the place.
He's talking about grappling with one of the greatest grapplers in the world, Craig Jones, who put on the CGI, who's a great,
is that the
who's
guy?
a great fan and great friend of the Jaxxon podcast, and Jaxxon, who came here and wrestled
He
with Luke.
was guy with Luke.
Yes.
And they had their hands down each other's pants, right?
Yeah, I mean, why we got to do all that?
I'm just asking, is that the guy?
I
Sounds
can't
like
confirm.
something Craig Jones would do.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Craig Jones and Luke did go to Turkey together to do oil wrestling for a week,
Yeah.
and they did oil each other
it
up.
was sponsored
Can
by
someone
P.
go
Diddy.
get Luke Rockhold? Can someone go get Luke Rockhold?
No.
We'll let him defend himself.
No. Was that wrestling sponsored by P. Diddy? Yes or no?
That's crazy work. You think Luke Rockhold would wrestle P. Diddy? Come on.
No. Did you see that shit?
No, I didn't.
Have you ever seen that sport? They oiled up and with their hands down each other's pants.
No, I've never seen that.
Okay,
So Rampage be looking at the weirdest things on TikTok. And so Rampage came into the office one day and said, hey guys, I found this new sport. You could go to Turkey and oil each other up and wrestle. And Luke said, all right, I'll go try it. That's how it all happened. So, I mean, it's different. It's not a big deal. Everybody's into their own things. Obviously, Luke is a phenomenal champion and he knows how to wrestle. And he decided to do some weird things that, you know, I cannot confirm nor deny that he.
I remember this picture.
Yeah,
I do remember this
yeah.
picture. I do remember this
So
picture.
just so the audience does know, for the MMA fans, I'm sure they already know this, but Craig Jones and Luke are phenomenal grapplers. They're insane at jiu-jitsu, and Craig Jones was part of the Danaher Death Squad. Then he went off and did his own thing with the B team.
Yeah.
Luke is world champion, Strike Force, the whole deal. What happened?
This is why. Well, hold on. Let's edit it right. What's the my Paulo Costa?
Yeah,
Paulo Costa, yeah.
What happened? What happened, Rampage?
This is why Paulo Costa called him Luke Cockhold.
Yo, that is crazy. He is our co-host.
I'm just stating facts. That's my boy. We brothers. But
Yeah.
Paulo Costa said this is why he called him Luke
Not
Cockhold.
Paulo Pasta. Paulo Acosta.
Paulo Costa.
Paulo Acosta.
Paulo Costa.
I said
Paulo
it right.
Acosta.
Is there an A before the? I think it's just Paulo Costa.
Thank you.
How do you say it?
Paulo Costa.
Yeah, Paulo Costa.
Last time he called him pasta.
No, I just said pasta is coming on the podcast.
If you say it fast enough, no one can tell what you're
Paulo
saying. You know what
Acosta.
I'm saying? You feel me? You just say it fast enough with enough confidence, people just like accept it. But
Are you done? Can he finish his story about his
sorry.
team?
I'm sorry.
And how
Sorry.
Bryan Ortega didn't want him on his team?
Luke's face is a lot more suspect in that picture. You know what I'm saying? I would just say, you know,
Luke.
I have so much respect for Luke Rockhold. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have the career that he's had, but his face does look a lot more suspect. You know,
Luke's a great guy. It's not his fault that he's into oiling dudes up and wrestling them.
It looks like Craig's actually grabbing a hold of something down there.
Thank you. And I wasn't even talking about that picture. I was talking about when they was in Colombia, sitting on the couch.
Wait, there's another photo?
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you.
I heard about Colombia.
I saw it on his Instagram. I forgot all about this oiled up P. Diddy wrestling. I was talking about when they was in Colombia. And I was trying to get the right person. Craig Jaxxon. That's it. Craig, what's his name?
Craig Jones.
Craig Jones.
Craig Jones.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Craig Jones also put on one of the sickest events of the year, CGI, where he had the Rotolo brothers go and compete for $1 million. NR, Jaxxon athlete, and Santos Studio athlete Nicky Rod won $1 million. One of the best grappling events I've seen all year. Look at this.
That motherfucker, Nicky Rod is a monster.
He's a monster.
Oh, dude. Nicky Rod came here, and Nicky Rod literally put on a 3-day clinic. Him and Luke and Craig wrestled and just did grappling here at the Jaxxon House for 3 days. I've never seen such good.
Have you grappled with Nick?
No, I haven't grappled in probably like a year and a half, maybe.
You just not gonna grapple anymore.
I might, but right now I've been doing a lot of boxing.
Yeah,
I want to box before I get too old.
You had a similar thing to what I was because you start off as more of a wrestler.
Yeah,
and you just kind of got into the boxing.
Yeah, I did wrestling first, then I did jiu-jitsu, and I never really liked jiu-jitsu, but you got to put in a lot of work. You got to do a lot of what you call it? You got to do a lot of repetitions, and this is not me, but I had to get good at it for MMA. Then I got into Muay Thai, and I fell in love with Muay Thai, and then I got into boxing.
I do want to know, though, about Volk. I want you to finish that story. So when you got on Volk's team, you were saying that Volk and his team were incredible.
No, it was like, Ortega's team was trying to punk us and be like, yo, whose team do you want to be on? I'm just looking at the coaching staffs. I'm like, well, listen, man, they got fucking Craig Jones over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, I don't see anybody over at Craig Jones level over here. So I was like,
Ortega?
I'm not, but he's not Craig Jones though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like Craig, so Ortega couldn't tap Volk in their fight, even though he had him in a couple really tight spots. Craig, they got it on the OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? You could check out Craig's OnlyFans if you scroll down far enough.
Wait.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Craig Jones has an OnlyFans?
He has an OnlyFans.
And you subscribe to his OnlyFans?
I'm not subscribed to his OnlyFans.
Then how did you know? Then how did he know?
Because, no, they told me they were making a video for OnlyFans.
No, but you told us we had to scroll.
Because it happened a long time ago. It happened in 2021.
Hey, how did he know?
How do you know?
Don't talk about
Hey, now you know you done fucked up now, right?
Hey, you just told us that you subscribed to his OnlyFans.
Now you know you done fucked up now.
I fucked up. Nah, yeah, this is bad.
I don't want any smoke with the butcher.
Things are going so good. Things are going so well. You know
How much is the video?
It's been a long time. I know it was over $10. Much more, you know what I mean? But nah, it was even Volk, he can't get out of a minute. Like if he's actually trying to engage in the grappling, because you can be defensive and kind of run away the whole time and survive, but if you're actually trying to compete with Craig, he's gonna fucking mop you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I heard he's really good. He's one of the best.
He is.
He's like a troll.
But is he better than Nicky Rod though?
Nicky Rod's the best in the world. There's no one better. I think he's better than Gordon. I think he's better than Craig.
He's better than Gordon Ramsay?
I think Gordon Ryan. I think Gordon Ryan's incredible. I think he's one of the best we've ever seen. His name's not Gordon Ryan. This guy's crazy right now. Yo, you are feeling yourself today. I need you to get laid more often so then you come in here happy. Because this is crazy.
Oh my God.
This is crazy. I've never seen you this happy. Look at him smiling. Look at he's at Disneyland.
I know.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could? Look at him. He's so happy. He found love.
Bro, I can't believe that he's doing this on a fucking podcast.
Yo, the butcher, he found love.
Here's all I know. I've been a Rampage Jaxxon fan for a long time. And the one thing, any Rampage Jaxxon fan knows is that Rampage fucks. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's just
you subscribe to his OnlyFans?
What? I don't got no OnlyFans.
You probably can make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not an expert in it, but I know a couple.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. When I was a little younger, when I was fighting in Pride, I was thinking about being a porn star over there.
In Japan?
In Japan, you know why though?
You probably could have made crazy.
I could have made crazy back because I can't be no porn star over here because my dick ain't big enough. But over there in Japan,
you got a little Piccolo Pete.
That's crazy.
No, I ain't say all that, but I'm saying you seen porn. Come on, we all seen porn before, and
No, it's definitely I had to after I had sex the first time, I had to ask her. I was like, so is my dick a decent size? You know what I'm saying? Because in porn, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
He don't got to ask that because he know he got a little dick. We don't know.
Yeah.
You have to be comfortable with whatever tools you've been given in life. That's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
It's not the,
And I don't go on porn watching the guy. So you're a weirdo.
You can't help but see it.
It's not the size of the boat, but the motion of the ocean.
What does that mean?
You know what I'm saying? It's not the size of the boat, but the motion of the ocean.
I hate Carnival Cruise Line, and I hate going on cruises.
Hey, you know he don't know how to fuck, right?
Why? Why you say
his
that?
girlfriend tells me everything.
Damn. Oh, God.
We
we
be
go.
DMing each other.
Here we go.
I got a crush on his girlfriend.
Hey, you see what I got to
That's
do
why
with?
he be hating on me.
You see what I got to do with?
Was he got like a sugar baby?
Man,
No, because he walked in with his chick today.
No, but rich as fuck. You know he got sugar baby.
Bryan the Butcher Battle.
Yes, sir.
He walks in. You just call me Bear.
Okay.
It turns me off because they always call him sir because he's older. Like when you're past your 50s.
Can I call you Unc?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even crazier.
Yeah.
Hey, Unc's cool. I've never heard anybody say that.
That's a
You don't hang
culture
around,
thing.
yeah, you don't hang around
Quentin.
no black people. I'm
Uncle
his only
Quentin.
black friend. Me and Gabe.
And Khalil and
Khalil,
Yogi.
yeah.
I got
And Yogi,
a
yeah,
huge
yeah.
crew. What
I
are
was
you
his
talking
first
about? My
black
best
guy.
friend
If
Jesse.
you get
He's
off
my
one
attorney.
hand, you don't have to like fucking count anymore.
Yeah,
You know
come
what I'm
on,
saying?
bro.
That's
What do you mean? I've known you since you were like little. What do you mean?
Bro, I'm twice his age.
Wow, are you really? Good. I wanted to clarify that. So listen. Hey, Unc's crazy today, huh?
No, it's like traps all over the place.
He can call me
It's
Unc.
like-
You can't call me
Hey,
Unc.
Unc's a crazy thing. You
can't call me Unc.
He like an Alibaba version of Shannon Sharp over here. Unc Rampage. That's crazy.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's out of respect. I'm gonna just sit this comment back. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Bro, that's bad.
Because you and Shannon Briggs are talking about fighting each other.
Yeah, me and Shannon
Oh,
Briggs.
yeah. What happened with that?
The promoters was shady.
Do you think you would have beat him up?
I would have fucked him up.
He's a big dude. What do you think? Who would have won, Shannon or this guy?
See, look at him.
I like the way you point. You don't even look at him because you don't even want to break a smile. He's like him.
It's funny. I was talking about, Craig Jones showing me the levels to grappling. And I got this story about the first time we had an interaction. You know what I'm saying? And
Who, me and you?
me and you, yeah.
Where?
Your son, he fought one of my teammates in South Carolina. He fought Kendall Morris. I don't know if you remember that. You know
I remember
what I'm
fighting
saying?
there, yeah.
It was in like the square ring.
Yeah.
And so at some point, my sister-in-law and her son, they ran into you. You know what I'm saying? And she knew who you were. She was like, "Oh, Matt, that's Rampage Jaxxon." He was, and apparently this is what she told me. You know what I'm saying? Like verbatim. She was like, "Yeah, but Matt." He looked at him. He's like, "Oh, he's a UFC fighter like my uncle." You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, not really appreciating, like, once again, there's levels to this shit. And so she said that you went, "Oh, who's your uncle?" And he said, "Bryan Battle." He's like, "Oh," you said, I'm a real big fan of Bryan Battle." And so she told me that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you saying Rampage Jaxxon is a fan of me? So it's like the fights happen, once all my teammates fight, I like go out, and I'm like, where's Rampage at? I gotta go fucking talk to him. You know what I'm saying? I went over there, and you're fucking, now mind you, you're just chilling with your family at this point. You know what I'm saying? You're just fucking like trying to like, just relax and like have some family time after your son fought, and I come over there. And I'm thinking you're gonna like see me and be like, "Bryan Battle, I love you." You know what I'm saying? I'm like tapping on your shoulder. I'm like, Mr. Rampage. I tapped on his shoulder like 3 times, like, "Mr. Rampage." And he turned around. He's like, "What's up?" And he gave me a fist bump and then turned right back around. I was like, he has no idea who the fuck I am. I was like, he has no clue who the fuck I am. And it's just, it reminded me, it's like, okay, I'm 3 fights into my UFC career. This is Rampage Jaxxon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
Man,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Hurts the most.
It was a little kid. It was a little kid. That,
Yeah, as a little kid,
so-
yeah.
And you know how it go, and they're like, "Oh, my uncle's in the UFC," and I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to be nice to the little kid.
Yeah. No,
So
I
I feel bad, bro.
No, I appreciate
That's
that
crazy
because
work.
in my nephew's head, you're a big fan of me. So it's like,
At least
it still
he's
works
respectful.
out. It still
He's
works
respectful
out.
to the fact where he doesn't ever let a fighter look bad. That's one thing I'll give
Yeah.
him. I've been out with him many times, just so you know. Don't feel bad, because I'm going to tell you something about Rampage. I'm going to be serious for a second,
Yeah.
which we try not to be on the show. Rampage is the most respectful MMA fighter to other MMA fighters when it comes to fans and media.
Hell yeah.
He always supports the MMA fighters. He always makes sure that people understand that you guys are top of the line athletes, and he always tries to put you guys on a pedestal. He's been in here many times where an influencer will be in here. Influencer will be like, "Oh, my friend so-and-so," and Rampage will be like, "I really like the way that guy fights." He always tries to make sure people look good. It's just who his character is as a person. So he does that to make sure that people and the community support
Especially
MMA.
little
So
kids, but
I give you that.
I feel bad.
I've seen it in real time, just so you know.
But I can honestly tell you, I'm a big fan of yours now.
Hell yeah.
And 'cause I'm gonna tell you, not only
Thanks, Unc.
not because only because of your fight style, because I think a lot of fighters, they're too like they have too big of an ego and too in their own head to do what you did, like that great sound bite after your fight. and just to be yourself. And I think that's going to take you far in your career, win or lose. Like in MMA, you win some fights and you lose some fights.
Yeah.
And I think some fighters, they don't want to talk shit or they don't want to show their personality because, what if I lose? Everybody going to talk shit. People going to talk shit no matter what.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's going to carry you farther. And I've always been a fan of guys like that go out there and just and you entertain us before and after the fight and in the fight.
Yeah.
And that's a total package.
Well, it's like on that point, it's like, dudes are like hesitant. They don't want to look bad. And then it's like, I think, a lot of dudes just don't talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't talk shit in the gym. So it's like, they're not really good at it. And so it's like, even if they do it, it comes off like unnatural. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, a lot of people compared like my post fight speech in France to Colby's post fight speech in Brazil. And I was like, in my humble opinion, mine was a little bit cooler than Colby's, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like it was a little bit more natural, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually didn't plan on saying any of that. I had a much more wholesome message I wanted to give the people, but they were booing crazy. So I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And that was like I really wasn't going to say, I know you didn't think the Butcher was going to lose a fist fight to a French dude. But that was like kind of like a running joke all throughout fight camp, you know what I'm saying? Where, people be like, okay, so, what's the game plan? What are you going to do? It'd be like, okay, well, he does this, so I'm going to do this. He does this, he's going to, so. But then I'd always come back to, I was like, but, worst case scenario, he's a French guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fucking lose to a French dude. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like a running joke. And then those motherfuckers started like fucking go. Because it was like Michael Bisping would hold the mic and they'd be booing, but you could still hear Mike. You know what I'm saying? Then the translator would hold the mic, they'd be booing, but you could still hear the translator. Then I would grab the mic and it was just like the boos fucking went crazy. Like the thing is, I don't think any of the people in the arena even heard me say that about the French people. They're just booing so loud. Like my dad, he was in the stands, he couldn't hear me. I got a video of my teammate in the ring or in the cage, like recording it, and it's like you can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the boos are just so fucking loud. It was crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm impressed with the fans anyway because MMA just got legal over there. Like what a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think like the organized payouts and there was like a whole bunch of rules that went in with it. It was like the legalities of putting on events too. Yeah. They've been fighting over there for a long time. Yeah. One thing I wanted to know is because Rampage fought at a pretty heavy weight. Yeah. And now, I'm not going to go into how lean he is right now because looking at him, you probably think he's a 55er the way he walks around wearing the slim fit mediums. He lost a lot of weight. He looks incredible.
He looked great.
He's in the gym every day. And I just want to say I'm a fan of you, Rampage, with the way you be training. And you fought at like 300 pounds. Is that true?
I didn't fight at 300 pounds, but the first time I walked into an MMA gym, I was 300 pounds.
What? You used to be 300 pounds?
Vinny, can you pull up just the beginning just to show Rampage? Because Rampage won't believe this.
So it's like, I played high school sports, you know what I mean? And I was probably good enough to play like low-level college football, but I got really burnt out with it in high school. Like it stopped being fun. I was like, you telling me this gets less fun in college? And, I was like, I might have to be doing schoolwork and shit. I was like, yeah, no, bump that, you know what I mean? So I stopped playing sports and, I kept on eating like I was playing sports, and it just like my whole family's big bone. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody in my family is small. You know what I mean? So
you think that run in your family, or nobody runs in your family?
Come on, man. I got four beautiful sisters that live with me, and they are perfect.
Four beautiful sisters.
Four beautiful sisters, and one older sister who is in Maryland.
No, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I'm from the South. No, I got two beautiful sisters back home, but they need to run.
Yeah. I'm a fan of you, Bryan.
Thank you, bro.
I'm not talking about your sisters.
I wanted you on the podcast all last couple months, just so you know.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Last time it didn't work out. I was telling people, I look kind of silly. I was telling people, I was like, yeah, I'm about to go to California and be on the Jaxxon podcast. People were like, what? For real? I was like, yeah, I'm going this day. And then the day came, they're like, wait, aren't you supposed to be in California? I was like, I don't want to talk about it.
What happened? What happened? Why you
I don't know. I think he just got busy and things just didn't work out.
With him?
At the time.
He flaked on you?
I'm not saying anybody flaked on anybody. I'm not saying anybody flaked on anybody.
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah, you flaked on, I guess?
One of my co-hosts was doing a show called The Side Quest. Uh-oh. And because of that, we couldn't perform our duties here.
Nah, bro, that's cap.
Rampage decided to go to Cabo or something. What was that girl's name? Michelle? So Rampage took this girl, Michelle, to Cabo.
Nah, that's cap. I ain't been in Cabo in years.
Yeah?
Since COVID.
Since COVID?
Oh, damn. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of COVID, during the first season of The Ultimate Fighter that was during the COVID era was your season. Yeah. How was that?
That was very interesting because, I guess like being in the house wasn't really that much different because, you're just locked in the house anyways. Shout out to Craig Jones. He would sneak weed in for us. You know what I'm saying? That was
And
fucking-
Ultimate Fighter House?
Yeah.
How would
yeah.
he do that?
Well, I mean, because it wasn't actually illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't against the rule for UFC fighters, and it wasn't like against the commission or anything like that. So the show just didn't like it because they didn't want people being like super relaxed and laying down all over the place, and they just thought it was a bad look. But the first time he did it, he's got a video on his Instagram where he comes in. Like we're at one of the very few times we got out of the house, we got to go to Volk's Airbnb, and we're supposed to do a pool workout. That was the whole thing. We're supposed to go there. Volk was going to cook us food, and we're going to do a pool workout. Before we do the pool workout, Craig Jones, he comes out with 2 joints in his mouth and lighters and fucking makes this big scene, and the producers are losing their mind. And we're also losing our mind, but for like totally opposite reasons. We're like, oh my God. Oh, what do you have, Craig? And the producer's like, oh my God, Craig, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? They're freaking out. But they can't really do anything, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not against the rules. So everybody runs over, you know what I'm saying? I won't say everyone, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of the people ran over, you know what I'm saying? You can use your imagination to figure out who was there, who wasn't there. But I went over there, you know, not that I smoke weed or anything, but I went over there and one of the producers was like, well, you know, you got your second fight coming up. I would really hate, you know, if you did this. And he really just guilted me out of it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, fine, man, you know. And so I walked away, and it was actually Volk's coach. I call him Uncle Joe. He was like, did you? It's like, because they called me Battles. I don't know why there was an S on the end of it. He's like, Battles, did you? You know? I was like, nah, man. The producer thought me. He was like, nah, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, go ahead. We're relaxing today. Today's a break day. Go ahead. And I was like, thanks, Uncle Joe. You're the man. You're the fucking man. That's why you coach world champions. You know what I mean? But now he did that one time. The producers were losing their mind. They kept a super sharp eye on us. And then there was one time where he actually brought it into the house. That didn't fly. They got that shit out of it. They were like, "No, you can't do. That's a liability."
I'm surprised they didn't like kick him off the set and stuff like that.
It's Craig Jones, bro.
Jones.
Well, but Dana, they just
Craig Jones is the baddest dude on the planet on the mats. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and he's such
Get
a
the John Jones treatment. He can do whatever he wants.
personality and whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they need that. They need
yeah.
Craig Jones, and he's Volk's actual real coach in real life.
I didn't know that. I want to see the picture of him at 300 pounds. Though you guys supposed to show me.
I'm sorry. I'm not on call today.
Yeah, you fucking up.
The first fight I had was at 240 because I just lost so much. I didn't change my diet at all. I was just training a bunch because it's just like, you know, I fell in love with it. I dropped out of school, you know what I'm saying? Started training a bunch. And I got down to 240. And, you know, I felt pretty good at heavyweight. Like, I was, like, pretty athletic. You know, other guys I went with, I wasn't as strong as them. I might not have hit as hard as them, but I had really good cardio. You know what I mean? But it just so happened, and, you know, most heavyweights aren't real heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? The bulk of them aren't real heavyweights. It just so happened the first guy I fought in my very first amateur fight was a real heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw him, and he was shorter than me, and he had a T-shirt on when I first saw him at the weigh-ins. I was like, oh, he's short and fat. Nice.
Like DC?
Like DC, except when he pulled his shirt off, he had protruding abs. Like, it looked like he was fat because he had a shirt on, but then as soon as I was like, oh, this motherfucker is 265 pounds of muscle. What the hell?
He's like the Green Mile?
The Green Mile.
What's that dude name?
Oh, you talking about he
passed away.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
What's his name?
Yeah,
I'm bad with names.
He was in the he's the big dude in
Armageddon.
Yeah.
What's his name? Never mind. Okay.
But he wasn't as tall as him. And so we're looking at him, we're like, okay, the one thing we don't got to worry about is head kicks because he was shorter than me. What's the one thing I get caught with? Motherfucking head kick.
Amateur?
Amateur. First fight.
He knocked you out?
Knocked me out cold. Like, mouth guard flew out, my leg bent back. Like, I went down like Crow Cop when he got kicked by Gabe Gonzaga. You know what I mean? And that was interesting because then, you know, it's like you get on social media the next day and people I look up to, like Greg Jaxxon and Dan Henderson, are reposting the knockout. Like, this is a crazy knockout. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
really?
Yeah,
that sucks for you.
And it'll still get reposted. Like, to this day, it'll still, like, I'll just be scrolling Instagram and I'll just see. Don't
ever show that to me. Hey, send it to me.
I'm gonna send you the video.
No,
I've already messed up. You know what I'm saying? I've given up on like fucking keeping up appearances. You know
how many amateur fights did you have?
I had 10 amateur fights.
See, I wanted my son to get 10 amateurs before he went pro. He wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah, it's 10 was cool. I probably took one more than I needed to, but it was like I fought some really great guys as an amateur. Like, it wasn't even just the number of fights, it was the quality of the competition I was fighting. Like, I fought Impak Sanganai as an amateur. You know, he's the PFL champion now. I fought Cody Brundage as an amateur. You know, he's in the UFC now. I fought another dude, you know, he was just, I guess he was a little bit older. And so he could never really get like steam going to his pro career. Dante Woods, I had a 2-minute fight with this guy. The first minute, that's the worst ass whooping I've ever taken in my entire life. Whether it was in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was like as a little kid on the playground, like he beat the dog shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like he hit me with an uppercut. Like there was one point where I shot to like stop from getting hit, and then he stuffed the shot, so I fucking popped back up, and I was just like fucking like, oh my God, this is bad. And I turned around, he fucking hit me with an uppercut, and I literally came off my feet. Like this motherfucker. I took it at 205 on a week's notice, you know what I'm saying? So he was way bigger than me. Happens. And it was funny because at the time I was on a 7-fight win streak, and I'm sitting there and he's just flurrying against the cage. And, you know, I should be thinking about, okay, I need to fucking clinch. I need to do this. I need to do that. But I'm moving around just so the ref knows I'm still conscious. But in my head, I'm thinking I had just brought this girl that I had just met out to this fight. I was like, I can't believe I'm about to lose my fucking 7-fight win streak and get knocked out in front of this chick right here. I was like, this is unbelievable. But the ref didn't stop it. You know what I'm saying? He let it go. And then so, you know, Dante was he blew his wad trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying? Which he almost did.
This one right here? No, wait. No. That's you right there?
That's me.
You don't even look like the same person.
Yeah. Hey, I really didn't believe it was you.
No, there was people in the comments like, that's not Bryan Battle.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You don't even look the same.
Yeah, I don't even think it's you.
LFA is funny because, you know, they'll post like their people who used to fight for LFA when they go to the UFC, and they post all their like fucking, you know, their weigh-in pictures or like a post-fight picture. That was my only fight for LFA. So they still like post about me, but they got to use a different picture because it was like, one, like you said, I don't look good, so and then I also got knocked the fuck out in that fight.
Yeah, so, you don't look the same. Don't worry about that. But you came back and beat that guy in front of your new bay.
Yeah, I came back and I got the rear naked choke, and so that was good. That was good. That's probably, like I said, like I think I've had a concussions from fighting twice. You know what I'm saying? Like that first fight, I got a concussion. I'm just assuming. I never felt like the effects of a concussion, but that was the one where it's like lights hurt my eye. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like I was like, oh, I'm fucked up. Like I gotta chill out for a week. But no, we got the W, and then I fought this dude named Billy Elicana. I don't know if you ever he's another one where it's like, you know, that just goes to show how much like, you know, like circumstances and like, you know, your mental plays. Cause it's like physically speaking, that motherfucker, even to this day, I've never met anyone who hits as hard as him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I went and fought him in his hometown, and he threw the first, you know, it was one of those things where he's like knocked everyone out before me. You know what I'm saying? They're flying me out because they're like, they can't get anyone else to fight this dude. And so I went out there. This is my last amateur fight. I'm trying to get my 3rd amateur title. And, you know, it's one of those, you know, when you see someone on like the screen, you're like, okay, you know, he's not that fucking big. You know what I'm saying? Like he's probably going to be a little bit bigger than me, but he's not that fucking big. But then, you know, you get face to face in the weigh-ins, you're just like, oh, fuck, dude, this is a big ass Samoan motherfucker. His hands are the size of my head. You know what I'm saying? And the first punch he threw during the fight, I felt the wind come off of it. And I was like, we're not doing this. I fucking grabbed him and put him on the cage. And, you know, we're in his hometown. People are booing. He's trying to get the ref to break. I'm like, bro, you don't talk to the ref. I'm not letting you go, motherfucker. You hit too. Like, he's throwing little shots like this with no leverage, and it's snapping my head up. I'm like, yo, fuck
he was
this
Samoan?
dude. Yeah, he was Samoan. That motherfucker, to this day, I've never felt anyone hit as hard as that dude. He almost decapitated me. He was fighting southpaw, and then he switched orthodox off one of the breaks. And so he threw the first punch, and I slipped. And I stayed out there, but I was thinking he was still southpaw, so he brought that right hand. Almost killed my ass, you know what I'm saying?
And you end up beating him too?
No, I lost a split decision. You know what I'm saying? That's I was 8-2 as an amateur, so I lost the first one, won 8 in a row, then lost the last one. So, but I learned a lot from that one because there was stuff I left in the cage. It's like every loss, I've never lost the same way. Like the first fight I lost by knockout, I haven't lost by knockout ever again. Then my second loss was by split decision. I was like, okay, you know, you need to fucking leave it all out there, especially if the fight's close. You got to fucking win. You know what I'm saying? You can't just count on what you've done. Like, I thought I won the fight, but, you know, you can't leave it up to thinking. You know what I'm saying? You got to, like, put your fucking stamp on that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let me give you
a little something.
Talk to me.
When you feel like it's going to be a tough fight and you're in training camp, tell your trainers the last 30 seconds. Like, let me know when it's the last 30 seconds. And then when it's the last 30 seconds of each round, then you get down close to like the 20 seconds and you start planning in your 10 seconds and you go hog wild for the last 10 seconds. So you win the last of each round because the judges, they only remember the last thing they see.
Yeah.
And that's how I beat Dan Henderson.
Hell yeah.
I trained like that. I said I knew Dan Henderson was going to be tough. I trained with him before.
Yeah.
And I said I'm going to have to steal these rounds at the end of the round. And that's what won me the fight against Dan Henderson. So the last of each round, I don't care how tired you are, you got to pick it up. And so you know when you're going to fight somebody that's going to, this one might be a close one, might be a tough one.
Yeah.
And you just train for that the last 30 seconds. You just pick it up. Everything you do, even when you're hitting pads, even when you're running, you gotta let them know. Let me know the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So the last 30 seconds, you're getting your mind ready. So you know you're gonna go balls to the wall for the last 10, 15 seconds.
Hell yeah. Just leave that stamp on the round. Were people when you fought Dan Henderson, were people rooting for Dan Henderson in that fight?
Yeah, people rooting for Dan, people rooting for me.
Yeah.
But we was in London.
Yeah.
And so, Dan and I, since we both came from Pride, they probably, I think they just wanted a good fight, but I wasn't even, I never even thought, but they were rooting for both of us.
Yeah. You got to keep the Pride belt though, right?
Yeah, but you know what? They didn't give me the Pride belt that day. They had to, UFC had bought Pride, and they had to go and make me the Pride belt. And then, true story, Lorenzo, Lorenzo, he gave me the belt, and he was like, "Don't ever wear this belt out to the UFC. Don't bring it." That's my favorite belt.
Yeah, I mean, he's the first to ever unify Pride and UFC as a champion, and then I believe Anderson Silva did it after. Right?
Anderson Silva.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cool moment too for UFC because they had just bought it, so he was a big name, and at that time he had already done the Grand Prix with Chuck, which was an incredible moment for both.
But they should have gave me the belt. They should have gave me the UFC belt, then the Pride belt in the case. But they said they didn't make it in time.
That's how boxing does it.
I think it definitely would have been a stamp on we're the number one promotion now. You know what I'm saying?
Because even in boxing, when you win a WBC belt, they still give you your WBO. They give you all of them that you have, even though you're fighting in a single organization.
Hey, but did you know in boxing, when you got all those different belts, every time you fight, you got to pay like a percentage to keep that belt.
Belt purse. Yeah. Like a retaining belt purse.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid. Huh? Like
crazy.
2 or 3% of your purse. So those guys say you Canelo, he got all these belts and he's making like what, like 30 million.
Yeah.
What's 3% of 30 million? You
like 300 grand.
Look how fast he did that. I don't even know if he's right though, because my math is.
30% would be 3 million. So 3% would be 300. Is that right, Vinny? No. How much?
You're saying 10%, right?
No,
yeah.
No, 3%.
10% is 3 million.
Let's say you make 30 million.
900K, 300K, around there, something like that.
That's a lot.
We're right around there. Yeah, I mean, it's true. That's how they get these WBC, WBO. That's how they kind of organize the divisions too, and it's how they take a bit. But I mean, boxing's all over the place right now.
But I'm glad MMA don't do that.
Yeah,
shit.
boxing's all. Imagine every time you fought, you would have to go give the UFC back some of your money because they let you hold the belt.
I'm like, fuck y'all. This belt ain't even real.
Yeah. No, that's what things like some of the top boxers, they don't even care about the belts anymore.
Yeah, they give them back.
We're the fucking prize. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like my fight is the prize itself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
what's your weight class right now?
170.
170. Who's the champion at his weight class?
Well, we have Bilal's about to fight Shavkat, and Shavkat's undefeated.
Yeah.
Bilal's about to go to battle against this guy. It's for the belt. I think Leon and Usman are 2 and 3. Shavkat's 4. I think, or 1 and 2. Shavkat's 3. Something like that.
Jack Della Maddalena is in there somewhere. He's in
what name you just say?
Jack Della Maddalena.
That's from Australia.
That's a real name. That's a real name.
Yeah.
You didn't make that up.
I didn't make that up.
Say it again.
It took me a long time to get it down. I just called him JDM for a long time. Jack Della Maddalena.
So one more time.
Jack Della Maddalena.
Can you do it now?
No, I'm not.
Just try.
Jack Della Maddalena.
I think that passed to me.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Jack Mellow Yellow Penis.
Jack Mellow Yellow
Penis.
Okay, not bad. I'll take it. So right now,
I know what he's trying to say.
The belt holder is Bilal. Number 1 is Leon. Number 2 is Kamar Usman. Number 3 is Shavkat. Number 4 is JDM. And 5 is Sean Brady.
What's the time stamp you put on yourself being up there in the champion talk?
Well, I'm fighting on the same card as Shavkat and Bilal.
December 7th?
December 7th, yeah. I'm fighting Randy Brown. That's going to be a really fun fight. And so, get past Randy. And then, hopefully I have another year where I can have 3 fights. You know what I'm saying? That's almost one of the toughest parts, like just getting the fights. So, hopefully if I can have another active year next year, I plan on being, in that discussion at the very least by the end of next year.
Yeah, where you see yourself in 3 years?
As a world champion, you know what I'm saying? As a world champion. I think now between 30 and 35, it's like now it's time to really hit the gas and fucking make that push. You know what I mean? Like I'm in my athletic prime. My skills have gotten to you know, a great place where I feel like my skills are at the same level as the people I'm fighting. Physically, I feel amazing right now. You know what I mean? I'm like, my strength and conditioning program is like top notch. So, yeah, no, it's like now I'm just trying to put together all the pieces and just take it to the next level and really put my stamp on this.
You still training in Carolina?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My home gym is Carolina Combat Sports. Head coach Tom Ziegler, but I work with do privates in boxing with James Presley at Dime Sports. Shout out to Coach John Piper at Charlotte Jiu-Jitsu, Keith Richardson at Modern Warrior, and Dan Dandy at Velocity Sports and Performance. So it's like,
you guys didn't get hit by the hurricane?
Nah. Fortunately, it was really mainly up in Asheville in the mountains, which is. A weird place to get hit by a hurricane.
Man, that's a weird place to get hit by a hurricane.
Place to get hit by a hurricane. I'm not gonna, get into.
Bro,
I've only heard
other
people talk about it.
Bro,
wait, so what is? And I honestly want to know because I know they suffered a really bad hurricane,
really
and
bad.
I don't see a lot of the media talking about it. But what are you guys saying is so weird about it?
Listen,
no joking.
Listen,
I really
bro,
want to know.
hurricanes up in the mountains, bro. Think about it. One of my buddies I played Call of Duty with, Monkey Stump.
Yeah,
he lives in Asheville.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard I had to hit him up, man, I got scared. Man, it took me like 3 or 4 days to get in contact with him.
With who?
My gaming buddy, Monkey Stump.
You ever met this guy in real life?
Yeah, I have. When I did the movie 18,
hell yeah.
The director, we used to play Call of Duty on set with the director, Joe Carnahan. I used to play with a lot of the actors. And what's the girl name that
Lady Gaga?
No, Timberlake married. She was on the movie.
Britney Spears?
Justin Timberlake.
Christina Aguilera?
Jessica Biel.
Biel.
She used to come to my trailer and play with me and stuff.
Oh, she was in the A-Team, right?
Yeah. We used to have. Bro, I'm a big
Did you
Call of
like
Duty
her?
fan.
Was she nice with it?
Yeah, she wasn't bad, man. I'm telling you, she's a real deal chick.
You liked her?
Not then. I got a crush on her when we did the tour though, because she's so nice. I started getting a crush on her when we did the tour. I ain't gonna lie.
Major crush?
Yeah, it was.
You ever
major
tell her
crush.
how you feel? Open up?
No. Anyway, let me talk about this fucking shit, bro.
Nah. Go ahead.
God damn, man.
Yeah, look at touchy subject, huh?
Yeah, fuck off.
The one that got away? She's the one that got away?
No, bro. She was already with
Look
Justin
at he's
Timberlake.
getting all uncomfortable.
I just had a crush on her because she's really not only because she's hot, but she's really down to earth.
Yeah.
She's like, bro, she used to come to the trailer. Let's play some cards, and we play cards and be like, cool. And I never crushed on it doing the movie. I never crushed on him because I'm in Vancouver and I had a lot of female friends that live there. Vancouver, man, is a place.
Vancouver's big?
Bro, it's the place to be.
Vancouver goes crazy?
Vancouver go crazy.
Really?
Really, bro. You never been there?
No. I can. If Rampage is saying that, I can attest that it probably goes crazy.
Vancouver go crazy. It's like 9s and 10s. They'll come and hit on you.
Oh shit.
Girls are aggressive there.
I don't know what I do with that. You know.
Yeah,
What I'm
I don't know
saying?
how.
I don't think I would trust them. I'd be like, "What do you want from me?"
Bro, no. This is 15 years ago. I don't know if it's still the same.
Yeah.
But I go out and stuff at night, and girls will come hit on you because I'm gonna say this the right way. Vancouver is like San Francisco. The dudes there, they don't really be hitting on chicks. So when you like me that likes chicks, girls can see it right away. So they wouldn't hit on Bear. They assume that he's there for the other reason. But me and you, we'll have chicks coming up to us hitting on us.
So you travel to a city where you know that dudes
I didn't know
don't
that.
hit on girls and they would hit on you.
I didn't know that.
You get what I'm saying? You see how the math doesn't add up?
No. Hear me out. I was there doing a movie.
Battles. You see how the math?
Battle.
You don't know which way to believe right now because you got him thinking.
I don't even know how we got on this because I was talking about fucking.
Oh, great. Your girl left when she found out you don't really like her and her kind.
No, he always trying to spin shit. Listen.
Great.
I was there doing a movie
Yeah.
for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I learned that Vancouver was the San Francisco of Canada.
So you were experimenting?
Not at all. I had no idea. But I was getting hit on by 9s and 10s.
He's getting nervous, dude. You're like his hero. You're over here telling him you go both ways.
I keep it real. I'm telling y'all this is what happened.
Well, thank you for opening up with us here at the Jaxxon Podcast.
You know why he trying to spin shit? Because I got him with a good joke.
Yeah, he got me with a good one.
Yeah.
And he's trying to spin it. Like I was saying.
Continue, please.
That's fucked up there.
Please continue.
No,
Just continue.
Like I was saying about Call of Duty, I found out about it, and then my buddy told me. I play video games, but he told me like, bro, we up in the mountains, man. There's not supposed to be no hurricanes up here.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to get into it, but he told me like some of the theories that he thought that was happening there. But I can say this. I learned a long time ago that it was some farmers. It was this farmer back in the day that used to charge some of the people on the farms, what was it, $1 or something back then to make it rain over their crops. He knew he had technology to make it rain. It was over 100 years ago. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, there's certain things that are just like above our pay grade. You know what I'm saying? Just like, that doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
all I'm gonna leave that right there.
Yeah.
And he gonna try to spin me working in Vancouver in a way because I got him with a good joke. But like I said, if us three went to Vancouver to go hang out, we'd have hot girls come hitting on us.
Yeah, of course.
And they wouldn't even look at him.
Stop. If me and you went out, it'd be a disaster. It'd be a disaster. Me and Rampage together, it's a disaster. Listen, so they do say, and I just want to clarify this on some conspiracy talk, because Rampage, you always be bringing up things, and the Jaxxon podcast says, hey, give us some evidence. There is an article online that says there is no machine that NASA has created to make it rain, but there is a weather modification technique called cloud seeding, which can increase the precipitation. Cloud seeding is done by rocket engines. NASA has a rocket engine that can produce water vapor, which could potentially lead up to rain. However, this is a byproduct of the engine, and it's not its purpose. The effect is also not limited or localized. And there is a video about the cloud seeding right here, because a lot of people do ask about this. So Rampage, you did bring some valuable education.
Well, I never said anything about NASA. I never said NASA's name. All I said is something that I read years ago.
Here you go.
About this farmer. Yeah.
So this is a machine right here that they said it's the rain clouds are, generated mechanically through an engine developed by NASA. This is what the machine says.
So you remember Dubai flooded a couple months earlier this year, right?
Yeah.
And it was from cloud seeding. They came out and said that. So these people are going to write an article to you and telling you the information that they want you to know, and discarding the information that they don't want you to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, let's be honest though, and I'm not being funny. Do you actually believe that this machine was intended to make it rain, or is that just a byproduct of what they saw the machine could do?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I don't look into none of that. And I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is that I read. This was years ago. I read that this farmer used to charge money to make it rain over people's farms for their crops.
Okay.
Over 100 years ago. And what I know, and I know about technology because I remember when my uncle had the first Zach Morris cell phone.
Yeah.
And this was 30 years ago? I don't know.
What cell phone?
Zach Morris.
Who's Zach Morris?
Saved by the Bell.
What is that?
That's one of the big joints.
The big.
One of the big joints.
Man, you're really aging yourself here on the Jaxxon podcast.
I don't give a fuck. I'm 46. I'm happy. And now look at the cell phones now. It's a damn computer in your hand.
Yeah. Facts.
So you got to understand how
much.
technology work. Every decade.
Well, it's just like, not only that, it's like, we only know the technology that they're showing us. You know what I mean? So it's like,
very true.
Hey, he's smart.
Very true point.
He's smart.
Bryan battles that is a very true point. I feel like
he's smarter than you. I see that now because I'm gonna tell you how I know this. I know he's smarter than you because when I was fighting in Japan, they had a flip phone where you can FaceTime on 8 years before you can FaceTime in.
Stop.
Well, you think I'm lying? You didn't even have to have Wi-Fi. One of my friends, remember I told you I was friends with the Yakuza guy?
Yes,
he used to FaceTime his family with me on a flip phone. He would FaceTime. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And then my ex-wife, we were dating at the time, she had one. I like, buy me that phone.
Yeah.
I wanted the phone. And she was like, yeah, I can buy it for you, but you can't take it back home. So she bought me a.
So were they confiscated before you get
No,
out?
no, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work here in America.
Okay.
Because of service. And who am I FaceTime here? I got this FaceTime. Nobody had it here.
Yeah.
8 years later, the iPhone came out with FaceTime. And they had it in Japan. So you're right. They only show us the technology now because they got to make their money off this one first. So you remember when the iPad first came out?
Yeah.
Right? You remember that?
Yeah.
It didn't have a camera on it.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
And then the second iPad, they put a camera on it. They wanted you to buy this iPad first, so you had to buy two.
It's like
so you bought.
They got to give you a reason to buy the next product. It's just like
That's what I learned. That
economics.
That's what I learned. So we only know about the technology that they let us know about.
I mean, there is a whole article from Steve Jobs, not to go down the rabbit hole of how Steve Jobs talked about, they had the iPhone, but then they had to release the iPod first so people would get used to holding a device that could teach them how to store all their music in one spot. And then they released the iPhone, and then they released the App Store. Like they would try to educate the consumer.
They could have came straight with the iPhone.
But that's what they said though. That's
especially like there's some like updates where it's like you want me to buy a new iPhone for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they could have put that on the other one, but
Man, I heard the new iPhone that just came out with is trash. It's not even ready.
How would you know that?
I read.
It's because I watch TikTok all night on TikTok. Exactly. He'd be sending me every girl. He goes, hey, do you think we could get a girl like this on the podcast? I'd love to be able to talk to her. I'm like, why don't you just DM her, brother? It's super simple. You're a superstar, global superstar.
Yeah.
And you're an MMA fighter. Yeah. And you're in shape now. Like you're a triple threat. He's like, I don't want to DM her. My guy.
I don't be sliding girls.
Yeah, you do.
He's too big. He's too big to slide in their DMs. They got to slide in his DMs.
Brian
you
Battles.
sliding girls' DMs?
No, never.
Man, I don't do that shit.
Never.
I don't do that shit.
How'd you meet your girl?
What girl are you talking about?
Hey, he DM you? Just be honest.
What? Ain't no girl over there. What are you talking about?
Just be honest. He
Why
DM you?
why you making up shit?
You DM her.
Bro,
he do the full court press. He taught me that. He said you like 6 photos, you leave a comment on the 7th, then you follow, unfollow, then DM. He goes in the full court press. Hey, like this or like this. Hey, it's all good. I'm not going to put him on the spot. One thing I want to know is you trained a little bit at Extreme Couture?
Yeah.
With Eric Nixick and the boys?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't like, it's like I go up to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Anytime I go there and I'm not fighting, I try to get into Extreme Couture, you know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Those boys like to get down, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with that, you know what I mean?
It's a big gym over there, huh?
Big gym, a lot of like quality training partners, you know what I mean? And, just being able to spar with Sean Strickland alone, you know what I'm saying? Like that'll, if you can spar with Sean Strickland, you're ready to fight people, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, he goes, you know what I mean?
Is he a good guy? He's a nice guy?
I think so. In my humble opinion, like he's a genuine dude. You know what I mean? He says some wild stuff. He definitely says some wild stuff, but in my opinion, he's a good dude. Like,
have you seen that picture of him that's going around on the internet on Twitter?
The way he has a long hair? Yeah.
He with my homeboy Mike Bork. That's him and Mike.
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, everybody think that's Shane Carver. That's my homeboy Mike Bork. He was former King of Cage champion.
So was he a coach at the time, or was he a fighter?
I asked Mike Bork about it when I saw that picture, and he said that he's been knowing Sean Strickland since he was a kid, and I think Sean Strickland trains with his kid or something. Damn, they call him the Jungle Book.
I mean, Coach Perillo was talking about how Sean Strickland used to go into the gym over there at Ruka, and just train with anybody, anytime, any place. Like he's like one of the best training partners. I mean, very intense, I would assume, right?
Very intense, but then at the same time, if he's having success with something, like after the round, he'll let you know, be like, yo, hey, don't do this next time. So, it's like I was able to do this. So, it's like he won't, if he's trying to build up all his partners so that they can be better partners for him. I think Sean he's a genuine, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think he's kind of, I don't want to say like misinterpreted, but do you think that people kind of look at him and get the wrong idea because they don't know about him and they see all the media, or is he actually like a great training partner like you're saying?
So it's hard to say like he's misrepresented because he does say some like wild shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he does that on purpose, you know what I'm saying? It's not an accident. So I think part of it is just like the image that he likes to put out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. It's like if you get to know him, but I feel like it's that way with a lot of people. When you get to know them, they're like not who you necessarily imagine they are based on their public
persona. Yeah, that's how Chael Sonnen is,
Yeah,
Uncle Chael's a man. Don't ever disrespect.
He got a crush on Uncle Chael.
I do not have a crush on Uncle Chael. I just think he's the man.
Hey, but that's how Sean Strickland. That's how I learned about Ian McGarry and him and his wife's husband.
It's weird energy, man. It's weird energy. I can't we were on the Charlotte card together, and not trying to stir up nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
we just having a conversation.
There was definitely like one time I was coming in like we had like a friendly rival. We're in the same weight division. I had called him out before, and so we're walking we're just crossing paths in the fighter hotel. He compliments something about my outfit. I'm like, thanks, bro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, bro. Keep on walking. And his wife, stopped me. You know what I'm saying? She's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? She's saying all this stuff, but she's
what?
like her, no, it was about how I called him out in the last fight. She was like, oh, I love, we love that. You know what I'm saying? That was great for both of y'all. But it was just like, the body language and stuff. I was like,
did she ask you for your phone number?
She did not ask me for my phone number.
Did she follow you on Instagram?
I don't think so.
Did she slide in your DM?
She did not slide in
Do you think she like the dark meat? Because she ain't bad looking. Because I'll let Ian watch and so he know what he's doing.
You gotta stop.
What? I saw him how to do it right.
Yo. Ian's gonna come on the podcast one day. We gotta show him a little respect.
He never come on the podcast.
No, so you're over it.
I've been over it. Soon as he called me stupid because he thought I didn't know he was coming on the podcast.
Oh, he called you stupid?
Yeah, you gotta see that.
Then you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna say it right here, right now.
Say it.
I'm telling the Jaxxon podcast fans. guys, I love fighters. I love all y'all. I don't like Ian McGarry, but anybody else, I love all y'all. If I say something, it's just for entertainment. I like joking around, keep myself laughing and stuff. It's nothing personal, you know. But what I just said about Ian McGarry by smashing his wife, that was joking. That's not. I really don't want to smash his wife. So you know what I'm saying. That was joking. But I love y'all. I'm going to crack jokes, and like some people is too sensitive and everything. Just know that it's sense of humor. You got to get one. And I just want to make y'all laugh.
Do you think the girls that you take out to dinner, do you think they think you're funny? Do you mind if we ask them?
Bro, listen, I'm ugly, bro. I keep women laughing so they have their eyes closed.
I literally could not stop laughing last night. He sent me videos of him like at a fair.
Shut the fuck up, you're lying.
Hey, the craziest thing is he's like, can I tell him what you told me about the girls?
Bro, no.
Okay, I'll leave it alone. But basically, he's the man.
Yeah.
He basically told me, he's like, now that I'm getting lean, I'm going back out there. And I said, where? He said, the field. And I said, as long as you're going back out there and you're doing good and you're making yourself happy, go get him.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, he had an affair with like 4 girls. He walking around with a whole cheerleading pack. I go, this is crazy.
He's single-handedly ruined every relationship I ever had since this podcast started.
I don't think that was me, brother. I think that's the fact.
Hey, you remember I was dating that hot ass fucking Vietnamese Persian chick.
She was so hot.
She was hot as fuck,
Vietnamese
and she was nice.
Persian. That's a crazy,
crazy name. She was hot as fuck, right? And she was nice. We got along great, and we was at Dave & Buster's for some thing we were celebrating.
Yeah.
And we were just talking and stuff, and we was talking to one of the employees. And he had DJ come over, Mighty Mouse come over, and we talking. And my chick thought that I was hitting on the 19-year-old waitress. The way, bro, started a big fight. She called me Uncle Creepy, and we broke up. And I really like that girl.
Yeah,
I really like that girl because she could suck a golf ball through a water hole.
But it's normally those are the type that are gonna flip out on you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, is it my fault? Is it my fault?
Yeah.
We at Dave & Buster's and Mighty Mouse tells the girl, oh, that's just my dad, and points to Rampage. And then I tell the girl, I'm like, well, that's Rampage's mini-me, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
And then the girl's like, well, you're so cute, Rampage. And goes, oh, if I'm cute, well, let me buy you a snack.
No.
And then
none of that happened. Look, but
then he pulls out this black card. I'd never even seen it before.
And
I was like, damn, we buying a car. We buying a car. And then I find out it's unlimited games, food, and everything for life at Dave & Buster's. I go, give me one of those.
Yeah, right? I used to be sponsored by Dave & Buster's.
That's crazy.
But you still got the card?
Mm-hmm. I learned the other day when I watched the Francis Ngannou fight. What?
That's crazy work. That's crazy work to pronounce his last name like that. He is a gentleman and a scholar.
Because of me and a misunderstanding, you got $6,000 comped that night. My friend got in trouble.
What do you mean?
That night, the bill was $6K.
Okay.
And they comped it. And then you came back and paid like $1,000 for the drinks later. They comped the $6K. You almost got my friend fired.
Why'd I get him fired?
Because the manager, whoever handled it, it was a mistake and comped $6,000. This guy right here so rich, he just rack up a $6,000 bill at Dave & Buster's. Who does that?
Yeah. No, it's sweet.
Well, can you imagine going out to eat with Rampage with how many desserts he ordered? Of course, that bill's gonna get rallied up.
Oh, that's fucked
right,
up, bro.
Yeah, I want the cheesecake.
Anyway, and what I was saying, you see it.
Wait, real quick. This is the video. Sorry to cut you off. This is the video I've been trying to find for a month. It's Rampage Jaxxon in Pride, moments before his fight, eating KFC, and Boss Rutan coming in there and stealing the chicken. Have you ever eaten KFC before fight?
Nah, I've never eaten KFC.
No, not like that.
No.
I'm glad we have the video because Rampage has been saying for years that it's not true. But I found the video last night. Now, this is another video of Rampage Jaxxon running through what seems to be like a Japanese store in Japan. And he decided to put on a bike and then asked the...
Put on a bike?
Put on a bike?
I'm putting on a bike. Okay.
What is that? What do you call that then, Rampage? A scooter?
Am I putting on a bike?
Is that a scooter?
Okay, finish what you were saying, bro.
Oh, you have like 2 girls.
You just want to embarrass me in front of my new friend.
No, I'm just showing him. Look at all these adventures Rampage did.
I grew up watching this stuff.
Yeah, this is incredible.
This is it. You know what I mean? This is that's what I'll tell you. It's like if I went on the MMA website and I saw some Rampage Jaxxon shit pop up, like 9 times out of 10 it was gonna be fucking something wild. You know,
turn shit off.
Wait, I just want to know, like, oh my God, look at how excited he gets when a girl smiles at him. Rampage, it's very amusing to me how you can just be funny. Like, it's very heartwarming. What is that word?
Heartwarming.
Hurtful? No. Heartwarming?
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming. Like my heart's warm.
Yes.
But not in a sexual way, like in a friendship way. It's very heartwarming in a friendship way that how exciting it is that
you thrown up on himself.
What happened? What happened? I'm just making it clear. I'm just making it clear.
Like some things you don't have to say.
Why?
Somebody was thinking that you just let us know.
He was looking at me side-eyed.
Nah,
you were. Battles.
No.
Yes, you were.
I was like taking it as a very wholesome conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I just find it funny that at his age, he still could be funny all day, and he thoroughly and genuinely gets excited like when a girl laughs at his joke. And I've been seeing it for 10 years, and it's like
I'm gonna break it down. I don't know if I ever broke it down this way before or told people, but it's a reason why I'm always joking around and laughing and stuff like that. But it's mostly to keep me happy and keep me laughing and keep me in a positive state of mind because of my childhood and the way I grew up and how my family treated me. And it's been a couple of times in my life where I just wanted to give up, because of my childhood. I don't talk about it much, right? And so I decided, after planning on running away from home and doing all these different shit, and I decided like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make myself happy, make myself laugh and stuff all the time. So it's mostly for me, and I feel bad that some people do get offended at my jokes and shit like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's for me because I was giving myself like ulcers and stuff because I was always like I was always mad, always angry. That's why I can make those mean faces and stuff all the time because it's muscles in your face. You train those faces. I was always in a bad mood. Like as a kid, like I was the white sheep of my family. My family didn't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, I had to make myself happy. I had to make myself laugh. Like people always looking for somebody else to make them happy. Fuck it, do it yourself. So I'm gonna crack these jokes.
Yeah. I'm
always gonna do it, no matter what. Shit could be going bad in my life right now, but I'm going to find something to laugh and joke about and be positive.
If things are going to be shitty, you might as well laugh through it. You know what I mean?
And that's why I've always respected him. And the audience doesn't always get to see our relationship. That's my brother, but it's fun to watch him excited and still do this because we do this every day. We literally film 2 or 3 podcasts every day. Yeah. Plus training, running the brand. Jaxxon, you got the brand new JX1 we just launched. Rampage is working on his shows. He's got incredible show side quests. He's got a bunch of projects with a gambling company called Kirgo, with the guy Mickey. They be making crazy content. He's flying all over the place. Plus he's doing movies. So we do this because we really genuinely like it. I don't run ads on the page. I don't try to make money off of it. I do it hopefully to build the brand and show people we care. We have a dope community. We have all these trainers. So it is cool sometimes, all joking aside, it is cool to just let loose for a little bit, and have guys like yourself in here.
What's cool about this podcast is like, all right, so it's like, it's like as of late, podcasts have become like such a big thing. It's like such a competitive, landscape. And it's just like I felt like this podcast almost just came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like one day it's like I see a clip of Rampage and you, and then it's like another day I see a clip of like you, Luke and you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and now it's like something I see regularly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's always like because like podcast is like such a niche thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like cool when you see one like break through and like pop off a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's oversaturated.
Yeah,
when he asked me to do, I almost didn't want to do it. I'm like, man, everybody got a podcast. I've been asked for years, do a podcast. And then I thought it was oversaturated back then. But then he told me, like, look, bro, we're just going to have fun. So do it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to see if I can do it because my thing is that I wanted to see it if I would be good at the podcast because I've always wanted to have my own late night show.
Oh, shit. That'd be crazy.
That's what I want. That's what
crazy.
That's what I want to do because nothing lasts forever. Who knows? Hopefully this podcast go on for 30 years.
Yeah.
But, oh, goddamn.
That's the late night show that you want to put on? You dancing in front of... Oh, my. Shit. Look at you shaking and baking it. You look like Shakira with those hips. Look at him. Look at the way he drop it low and shake it slow.
Why are you trying to embarrass me?
Hey, what do you call that? What do you call that right there?
Why are you trying to embarrass me?
Yeah, that's... Hey, he for sure on the hypnotic listening to Nicki Minaj with that one right there. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him doing the Kung Fu Fighter. Man, you look like the YMCA right there.
Dude,
that's my wide body. I remember that car. I missed my car.
Oh, the A-Team van.
Yeah. Oh, bro, this dude used to have like 12 cars in front of his house. And I would drive down there, link up with him. Went down there a few times. This guy literally has...
I love cars.
He got so many cars. He got a car for every day of the week and then one for every girl he bring out.
Macho,
you
see,
man.
Shit like that. That shit like that to keep me single.
Be honest.
I'm start doing it now because his girl watches. Do your girl watch the podcast?
I have a beautiful and healthy relationship with my girl, and all I do is think about her all day. That's why me and Rampage got her dog.
You got her dog.
Rampage, Jaxxon. This is a true story, and I'm going to leave it with this. First of all, I want to say, as being the most requested guest to ever grace the Jaxxon podcast table, literally Rampage, we talked about this last night, the most requested guest. And the Jaxxon podcast Discord has been wanting to hear from you since that moment in Paris. So a big round of applause for Battle showing up. Butcher! Yep, the Butcher. And I just want to tell you something, that Rampage literally went to a charity event for me. Always, he's been going to charity events for me for years. This is nothing new. He's been supporting my family with charity events, but we went to this guy, Tim Smith's charity event with the owner of Javier's called Miracle for Kids over here in Dana Point. My boy, Ryan Sheckler, Corey DePass.
Okay, hell yeah.
He brought a date, right? But the girl was just like a friend, I guess, right? A friend or a date? What was it? Do you know? What do we call that? I don't know, but it's in a tagged photo somewhere. But he made me untag him from the photo so no one could find him.
Shit.
But I was like, all right, well, I'm still tagged in it, so we can still see it. And everybody knows what you look like. So he basically sits at the table and he picks up the thing. And he goes, when that dog comes, because I know you and your girl want the dog. I don't want the dog. I've never had a dog. I don't have time for a dog. I'm here all day long. I got to look after him. How am I going to look after a dog and him at the same time? I go, don't pick up my number because it's connected to my credit card, brother. And if you do that, we're competing against billionaires. Right when the dog comes up, do I hear 2,000, 2,000? Rampage holds up my card. Do I hear 3,000, 3,000? Bro, he literally puts this card up every single time someone tried to outbid us. Yeah. We had to go home with this dog. We won the dog and we spent racks.
I was about to say, man, ask how much you guys ended up spending on the dog.
He spent $14,000. No, the true story is that he was bidding against himself.
What do you mean he was bidding against him?
Well, I would bid and then Rampage would hold up my card. I didn't know he was using my card. I thought he was using his own card. I have the footage. Every time I would put it down, I'd laugh. He would pick up my number and bid with the same number.
Hey, I love charities, but I ain't paying $14,000 for a dog. He was bidding against himself.
Wait, what kind of dog was it?
A golden snickerdoodle or something. What's it called?
What you call that dog?
A Goulian snickerdoodle. What is it called? What's the name of the dog?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know dog names like that. You know
I ain't never heard.
If he wouldn't have said that, I would have been like, that sounds like a $14,000 dog. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Golden snickerdoodle. You know what I'm saying?
Golden snickerdoodle is what we bought.
It's either a dog or a cookie.
Do you have something you want to get off your chest the way you're staring at me? He looking at me like you want to eat something. What you looking at?
He's communicating with
That's his saying, wrap it up now. Yeah. Hey, Battles, that's him saying, wrap it up. Hey, before I let you go, are you starting camp this week, next week? When do you start camp?
So we've already started like the beginning process of it, getting the game plan together, getting back in shape, you know what I'm saying? Getting back on the diet. Next week is like when we start really picking it up, you know what I'm saying? Start getting some hard rounds in, you know what I mean? Start really getting dialed in with the game plan and, getting ready to execute on December 7th. You know what I mean?
That's good. I want to watch that. Don't let me forget. I want to watch that. Hey, I got an idea. Since you're a billionaire, how about you do you produce a documentary on him and Khalil Roundtree coming from 300 pounds to the superstars in the UFC?
That could work. Would you be down for such a documentary?
Of course.
That could work. Would you like to be in the movie? We could go. You did the same thing, right? You were at 300 and you went down to where you're at right now, or no? Would you like to? Would you like to be the third person?
Wow, that's rude. I was talking some real shit.
But wow. Battles. Looks like he's trying to make his own part for his own movie. Wow. Hey, Battles.
Because America need to really get behind the fitness and health part, because we are fat as a nation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. We like one of the fattest nations.
That's very deep.
And so one of the things I say about that too is like, everybody wants like the, you hear it all the time, but people want like the quick answer. You know what I'm saying?
Magic pill.
Like, all right, how do I drop this amount of weight in 3 months? You know what I'm saying? And it's like the problem is it's just like it's a slow, steady process. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you might drop a little bit of weight or a lot of weight fast at first, but then, then it's just like you have to stay consistent. And then it's like, just knowing when you do fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Like you do eat way too much cake, you know what I'm saying? Like you're like, fuck,
Rampage.
I think I just gained
I don't even eat no cake.
5 pounds this weekend, you know what I'm saying? It's just like not getting discouraged and then fucking getting back on the horse and like fucking getting back your weight fucking back down, as opposed to being like, well, I fucked up. I guess I might as well eat more cake, you know what I'm saying? And fucking
Rampage.
Really
I know what you're saying. How you get around not having no skin pockets from when you lost this weight? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I think that was from losing it slow, but it's like I still got a little loose skin. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like terrible.
Was you ever big enough where you can hide a gun up under your titty in a jetty roll?
Oh my God, dude. We gotta end it.
I never had titties. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, I feel like I wore my weight pretty well.
Yeah, because you didn't look bad. You don't look the same, but you didn't look bad, right?
No, I was doing all right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't pull any ladies. You know what I'm saying? Not at least none worth bragging about. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the things.
Bro, at least
honesty.
At least you like the ladies though.
Honesty.
Bear, do you like the ladies?
Do you think that was like your biggest driving force to getting back in shape? You weren't pulling chicks? Is that what was happening for you?
Damn, that's a good point.
Or was it Shannon?
What kills me is like women will lie to you, right? Like they'll be like, "I liked you better when you were like fluffy. I liked you better when you had a little," and you're like, "You're lying through your teeth."
Yeah.
The way you look at me is different. The way you react around me is different now.
And our sex is different.
A little bit more athletic, you know what I'm saying? A little bit.
What?
Why you getting all excited?
Men get excited about sex. When you hetero, that's what happens.
I don't know what that even means.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. You see what I got to do with?
Man, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of with Rampage on this one. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You just start talking about sex, like dudes just start walking. They're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How Rampage perform? He good? He all right?
Man, who are you talking to?
Let's grade him. Hey, let's grade. You don't even got to say your name. No face, no case.
Who are you talking to over there?
Because he walked in this morning saying, "Yo, my thrust game crazy, bro. My thrust game crazy."
Hey, thank you for coming, brother.
Hey, and that's what happened on the Jaxxon podcast.